The Chinese entertainment industry has always been a whirlwind of secrets, rumors, and speculations, but nothing could have prepared fans for the shocking confession that recently came from one of its brightest stars. Yang Yang, the actor known for his striking looks and reserved personality, finally broke his silence about the woman who has been linked to him for years, Zhao Lusi. His words did not simply add to the gossip mill. They shook the very foundation of the narrative that fans had built around them, turning whispers into thunder and doubt into a shocking moment of truth. For years, Yang Yang carefully guarded his private life. He avoided scandals, kept his personal affairs under wraps, and maintained an image of calm professionalism. That was until one fateful interview where he was asked a question about Zhao Lusi. No one expected what came out of his mouth. With eyes glistening and a voice that trembled yet carried undeniable sincerity, Yang Yang made an admission that left not only the interviewer stunned but also millions of fans worldwide in disbelief. It all began years earlier when fate placed Yang Yang and Zhao Lusi in the same project. Their on-screen chemistry was magnetic. Every glance, every smile, and every subtle touch in their drama became a subject of endless discussion among fans. Was it just acting, or was there something more hidden between the lines? Behind-the-scenes clips fueled speculation even further. Viewers noticed how Yang Yang often looked at Zhao Lusi with a tenderness that seemed too genuine to be scripted. She, in return, would light up in his presence, her laughter echoing with a warmth that suggested a bond deeper than colleagues could ever share. Yet despite all the swirling rumors, the two stars remained silent. Yang Yang would dodge questions with a polite smile, while Zhao Lusi often laughed off speculations, saying she and Yang Yang were nothing more than co-workers. Fans, however, were not convinced. They held on to every scrap of evidence, dissected every interaction, and even created entire fan theories about the possibility of their secret romance. But until recently, it was all just speculation. Then came the moment that changed everything. In the middle of a highly anticipated interview, when Yang Yang was asked once again about Zhao Lusi, he paused. His expression shifted, his eyes softened, and he drew in a deep breath before saying words that would echo across the entire industry. Zhao Lusi is not just a colleague to me. She is someone who has changed the way I see life. I never thought I would feel this way, but I must be honest. She holds a very special place in my heart. The room fell silent. The journalists, the staff, even the camera crew were caught off guard. For the first time, Yang Yang had confessed not with a rehearsed script, but with raw honesty. His voice trembled as he continued. For so long, I tried to keep my distance because I knew our world is filled with scrutiny. But the more I try to stay away, the more I realized her presence is something I cannot ignore. Zhao Lusi is the reason I smile even in my hardest days. Those words spread like wildfire. Social media platforms exploded with discussions. Fans cried, cheered, and debated endlessly. Was this finally the confirmation everyone had been waiting for? Or was there more to the story? The biggest question now is, how would Zhao Lusi respond? Days later, she appeared at a public event. Cameras flashed relentlessly as she walked onto the stage, her expression a mixture of grace and unease. When a reporter asked about Yang Yang's confession, she froze for a moment. Her eyes shimmered as though she was holding back tears. Finally, she offered a faint smile and softly said, "I don't know what to say, but his words mean a lot to me." Her response ignited even greater speculation. Was this a hidden yes to his confession? Or was it simply a polite acknowledgement? Fans were divided. Some believed she was signaling her true feelings, but choosing to remain discreet. Others argued she was still hesitant, unwilling to expose the truth fully. But one thing was undeniable. Her reaction was emotional, genuine, and impossible to ignore. With a confession out in the open, the entire entertainment industry buzzed with theories. Was this a real love story unfolding before everyone's eyes, or could it be a cleverly timed publicity stunt designed to fuel interest in their upcoming projects? Critics debated fiercely, but the sincerity in Yang Yang's eyes during that confession was something that could not easily be faked. The way his voice broke, the way his demeanor shifted, it was clear he was speaking from the heart. In the days following, fans revisited countless clips of Yang and Zhao Lusi together. Old behind-the-scenes videos suddenly looked like pieces of a puzzle falling into place. In one moment, Yang could be seen quietly placing a bottle of water beside Zhao Lusi when she appeared exhausted, not saying a word but ensuring she was cared for. In another, the two were caught exchanging glances filled with unspoken meaning, smiles that lingered longer than necessary, and subtle gestures that screamed of affection hidden in plain sight. Now, people began to wonder what the future held for the two stars. Would they take the brave step of openly confirming their relationship? Or would the relentless pressure of fame and media scrutiny force them to retreat into silence once again? Some media outlets boldly speculated that marriage could even be on the horizon. Both Yang and Zhao Lusi are at a stage in life where settling down is not an impossibility. Could his confession be the first step toward a lifelong commitment? Fans certainly hoped so. Many filled social media with messages of support, proclaiming they had waited years for this moment. "They are meant to be together," one wrote. Another said, "We witnessed their love story grow. Now we just need the happy ending." But not everyone was convinced. A faction of skeptics remained, insisting that until Zhao Lusi herself gave a clear answer, everything was still uncertain. Yet no matter the debates, no one could deny that Yang's confession had changed everything. The truth, once hidden behind smiles and silence, had finally been spoken. And whether or not Zhao Lusi openly admits to sharing the same feelings, the world now knows that she holds a profound place in Yang's heart. This confession is more than just a fleeting headline. It is a moment that will be remembered in the history of Chinese entertainment, a moment when one of its most private stars bared his soul for the world to see. It was not polished, not rehearsed, but raw and heartfelt. A confession that left fans gasping, crying, and endlessly speculating about what will come next. As the dust settles, the question lingers. Will Yang and Zhao Lusi's story end in marriage, sealing their bond before the eyes of millions? Or will it become one of those bittersweet tales where love blooms in secret but can never survive the weight of fame? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the day Yang confessed about Zhao Lusi will forever remain etched in memory. A man who once lived in silence finally spoke his truth. And the world listened, shocked, touched, and forever changed by his words.